Okay, we're doing it. It's done. We're officially live. I hope some of you are going to start joining me. The weather's okay. It's pretty warm right now. It's windy, though. It's gusty. It's more gusty than I expected. So I hope you guys are going to be joining me. I'm looking if anyone is here. Yeah, okay, 3 of you. So I am connected officially. So while I'm waiting a little bit for you guys to join me live here, first of all, thank you for doing so. I'm going to tell you where I'm sat in a minute here. It's actually really intriguing. But for those who don't know me, my name's Corey Fry. Frye is the last name, and I have a blog called A French Fry in Paris. So you can see the pun there, you can see the play on words. So my name's Fry, I'm a French fry in Paris. I'm American, I moved here about 8 years ago. I married a French girl who I adore, met her in New York City, and I fell in love with Paris back then, 8 years ago, and I've been a tour guide for about that amount of time. So what I want to do here is actually start, and I hope you guys can hear me. You guys can let me know in the comments if you can hear me okay. I've got my mic here with something attached called a dead cat, I think it's actually called, which is kind of crude, but that's what it's called, and it cuts the wind a little bit. Anyway, so what I want to do with this series, I want to do sort of a weekly or so series of live walks and taking you through, just you guys and myself walking through the streets, and I'm going to do my tour guide thing for maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and give you guys a little taste about how I like to look at Paris. I can see the hearts flowing across. That's cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Hi, Bridget. Good to see you. Hi, Linda. Thanks for joining. And so what I'm going to do is visit you guys periodically, and we're going to walk live through the streets of Paris, and I'm going to show you guys some cool details and some anecdotes. You guys who have taken a tour with me know what it's like. So where I am right now, actually, and you're not going to have to look at me the whole time. I'm actually going to flip the camera at some point and show you guys what we're looking at. We're on some very special steps. Do you guys know the movie Midnight in Paris? I thought that it would be a good time or a good way to start this video, a series, with sitting on the Midnight in Paris steps. If you haven't seen that movie, stop this video right now. Go watch it. Even if you're not a Woody Allen fan, go see Midnight in Paris. It's so charming. And so if you remember Owen Wilson's character in that movie, at midnight, this church behind him, he comes down this street right here. Let me show you the street. I'm going to switch the camera when I can figure out how to do that. There we go. He comes down that street, okay? And these very steps that I'm on right now, I'm going to show you those. Owen Wilson walks down. He sits on these stairs. And way up there, this beautiful church. Let me pan up for you guys. The bell tower rings out at midnight, and all of a sudden the magic happens. If you know the movie, of course. Owen Wilson gets up off of the stairs because down this very street, he sees that old-timey car coming up from a forgotten era, and he gets in the car, and the rest is history. He travels back in time. So when I first found this spot after watching that movie, man, I just fell in love, and I think it's a fitting place to start this tour. So let me flip back. You guys can see me. Sorry about that. So again, this is the first iteration of this kind of thing. I don't think any other tour guides. I don't think any other tour. Sorry, guys. I'm still working the equipment there. I don't think any other tour guides in Paris are doing this, and at least I don't think too many of them are actually giving live guided tours and giving away their secrets and their sort of anecdotes and all of the sort of their trade. But I think it's worth it. My gut tells me that you guys are going to dig it, and I think it could be a good thing. So we're gonna do that here periodically. Let me flip the camera around to give you guys this view of what I'm looking at. I mean, how gorgeous is that? Thanks, guys, for the thumbs up and the hearts and all of that. Hi, Eva. Eva's here. Oh, my goodness. Hi, Eva. It's good to see you. So we are going to hit the streets. This church that I'm showing you with the Midnight in Paris steps is called Saint Etienne du Mont, Saint Stephen of the Hill, the mountain. And what do we have there? That is the Panthéon. Look how glorious that is. Now, you really get a twofer here. You're standing here in the street, and you see Saint Etienne du Mont, and then right over here, the Panthéon. I mean, come on. How lucky am I? This is ridiculous. Sue Ann says she missed the first few seconds. Where am I? We're in the Latin Quarter. Thanks, Sue. That's actually... we are in the Latin Quarter, and I am going to show you guys some cool stuff in a part of the Latin Quarter that people usually don't see. It's rather off the beaten track. I'm going to show you guys some really cool details. For those of you who don't know Paris at all, because I know we've got some Paris veterans. I'm in the street. I probably shouldn't walk in the street. we've got some Paris veterans, but also some newcomers. So if you don't know what the Latin Quarter is, it's in the southern bank of Paris. And it's called the Latin Quarter simply because they used to speak Latin in medieval times. They used to teach Latin in the universities around here. So I'm going to jaywalk, which I do because, hell, I'm Parisian enough, right? And I'm going to show you guys the Panthéon. Oh. See, it's very windy today, guys, so my equipment is struggling. So let me show you this. Saint-Étienne-du-Mont. Scroll up for you guys. Absolutely stunning, mostly built in the 1500s. It's a mix of Gothic, so you've got some gargoyles and some nice stained glass, but it's also quite a bit of Renaissance in there, a little touch of Baroque, so it's kind of a mélange. It happens to be closed today. I'd love to take you guys inside, but it's the holiday time, and the French aren't exactly, they don't love to keep things open during the holidays, so I'll take you inside at another date. So let's scroll around. People are saying they're loving it, and I appreciate that. See, my little bro has signed on. I'm sure my whole family's on at the moment, supporting the cause. Cool, yeah, Diane is saying that she's never seen that church, and that's my point with these walks, is I want to show you guys stuff that you maybe normally might miss in Paris. Oops, I'm still working the up and down controls here. Help you guys out. Let's switch it back on me. So how many people do we have? We have 58 people joined. That's awesome. Thank you guys for joining me. It's starting to rain a little bit, but hey, that's live video. Whatever happens, happens. If my shoe gets untied or I trip and fall on my face, you guys are going to get a front row seat to that. So we're walking down past the Panthéon, and I'll give you guys another shot of it soon. For those who have joined recently, let me tell you, if you don't know me, my name's Corey Fry. I'm a tour guide and a blogger in Paris. A bit of a photographer too. Can I call myself a photographer? I don't know. I try awful hard at it. I've sold a couple of photos, so maybe I'm a professional. Who knows? But anyway, I give tours nonstop, full-time in Paris of all different areas. I love the city. I'm so passionate about it, and I love sharing it with you. So we're embarking on sort of a new project where we are going to take Facebook Live walking tours through the city that I don't think too many people are doing. So I kind of feel like we're pioneers. At least that's the idea. Let me show you the Panthéon again. And I know you get comments, and I'm going to try to read those after the fact. I'm sorry right now I can't really get to all of them. Occasionally, people say hi, put a face to the name. Yes, that's what I look like. And in some instances, putting a face to the voice, because I know a lot of you guys know me from the Eiffel Tower, which you should definitely check out. Now here, it's a detail people often overlook. Here was killed for the liberation on the 19th of August, 1944, a guardian of the peace, sort of one of the police officers, Alexandre Massiani. Now you see these plaques all over because the Nazis actually occupied Paris for 4 years, starting in 1940. 300,000 Nazis invaded Paris in 1940, and they didn't fire one single shot. Paris actually gave up their city without a fight. This guy's saying hi, hello.
Hi.
Bonjour, ça va?
Bonjour.
Super. Vous vous appelez comment?
Charbel.
Charbel, okay. Well, hello everybody. You're on Facebook Live, huh?
Oh.
So say hello, Facebook.
Hello.
Okay. Au revoir. A live video, I guess. That's what'll happen. If you guys saw my rig, I have this kind of contraption that I'm carrying around, so it kind of draws attention. So anyway, the Nazis didn't fire one single shot to get into Paris, and that's why Paris is still around today, because they gave up their city, for better or worse, and was preserved. Now let me flip around here. Oh, the Panthéon, how glorious is that? In fact, let's get a little bit closer, because this is a building that I don't even go to as much as I wish I could. This is neoclassical architecture, guys. Oh, I see my wife, Charlotte. Hi, baby. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're getting some work done at the house. Look at this, you guys. Now, this is why I want to take you through this area. This is neoclassical French architecture. Oh, look at all those hearts. I love it. I love it. I'm sure some of those are coming from my wife, which are appreciated. Now, it's called the Panthéon. If you guys have been to Rome, then sort of the original Roman Panthéon was built for the gods, the Roman gods. Well, here, this French Panthéon is built for gods, but they tend to respect Frenchmen more than fake guys floating around in the sky. So this is called the Panthéon, not because it's for the gods, but is for French gods, essentially. Frenchmen and occasionally a a lady or two. Mary Curie is one of the very few women who is buried here, having discovered, of course, radiation in Paris. Okay, so let's move on from the Panthéon. Look at that gorgeous architecture. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to try not to fall down the stairs here. There we go. We're going to walk down a street called the Rue Soufflot. We're up to 63 people. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We're going to walk down a little bit here. I'm going to show you guys something that a lot of people don't know, even tour guides don't know. Let me switch it back on me. Frankly, I don't know how many of you want to see Paris, so I'm going to try to keep it 50-50. I know I don't want to see me, because I have to see myself every day. But maybe you guys do want to put a face to the name. Let's see what we got in the comments here. My favorite place to sit on a sunny day, that's for sure. You'll see a lot of locals having lunch on the steps. Oh, I almost killed somebody with my stick here. Ah, Bobby Joe from way back. How's it going, Bobby Joe? Man, people are coming from all over. That's great. I love it. All the corners of the world. If I play my cards right, you guys can at least get me and the Panthéon, kind of a twofer. Tara's in the house, eating Nutella pancakes while watching and pretending you're back in Paris. Well, that's always a good thing. Nutella and Paris kind of go hand in hand. What else I can tell you about the Panthéon? There's Victor Hugo is buried there. You've got Voltaire, the great writer of the Age of Enlightenment. But you've also got a guy named Braille, and you probably don't recognize that name, but if I pronounce it as Braille, I'm sure you do recognize it. So Braille, the guy who invented the system for blind people, was a Frenchman. His name was Braille, and he, at 3 years old, was playing it sad. He was playing with his dad's tools, and he had all of his eyesight. 3 years old, and he's bearing down on one of the tools in his dad's workshop, and it bounces up and hits his eye, and he actually went blind in one eye, and then went blind in the second one as well. So he created Braille. When he was about 15 years old, he created Braille. He was a brilliant student and went to school right here in the Latin Quarter. Oops. And they popped him into the Panthéon. What else is people saying? Carl is saying Greece. Don't know why Carl's saying Greece. I didn't catch the earlier part of that. Again, jaywalking, because that's what we do. Sorry, I'm going to read some comments. My sister's in the house, looking great, Co. Thank you, sis. I think my wife just said I deserve to be in the Panthéon. Were you talking about me, honey? I don't know. I'd have to be a damn good tour guide to make it into that building. They say Mary Curie, by the way, who discovered radiation here, of course, didn't protect herself from it. They say that her remains in the Panthéon are still glowing. I don't know if that's true or not. So what we're headed toward, I don't know, some of you who know Paris might have suspected already. We're headed to the Luxembourg Gardens. Let me switch it around for you guys. Boop. Wow, we're up to 79 people. That means you guys are actually sticking around. That's awesome. How long have we been going? Somewhere here, it's probably going to tell me how long the video's been. Anyway, I'm just going to go until I'm ready to say goodbye to you guys. Wow, so many comments. You guys are awesome. I'm going to go back through and read all these comments, and I'm going to respond to them. If you have specific questions, I'm going to go back after, and we can, sort of hang out in the comment section, and we can talk. Let me spin around. I'm going to practice my backward walking skills, and you can see a view of the Panthéon. Now, what I want to tell you about this street, guys, turn around. When you're walking down the Rue Soufflot, away from the Panthéon, you're walking down the center of what used to be Roman Paris. So in 52 BC, I hope you can hear me, the wind's blowing in my face here. That's why I got my little fuzzy microphone on. In 52 BC, Julius Caesar sends his Romans to conquer Paris. And it's not really much of a fight. I mean, the Romans took over the city handily. And they built a Roman forum, the forum where they had all the political and administrative sort of compounds, right here on the street leading up to the Panthéon. Now, what a lot of people don't know, and this is exciting, you're just kind of walking down the street, and this is what I love about Paris. You're strolling along and you don't know what's under your feet at all. Now, the Romans were here 2,000 years ago. And look at this. Oh no, it's closed. Is it closed? No, it's not closed. Cool. I thought they closed the gate. Here we go, guys. We're descending into these semi-bowels of Paris, into this parking garage, okay? So you go down into this parking garage, okay? It doesn't look like much. And check this out. In the stairwell, there is a piece of the Roman Forum preserved. It's 2,000 years old approximately, and it's the foundations of the Roman Forum, back when Paris was part of the Roman Empire. Look at that. Up. Did you lose the signal? Someone said they lost the signal. Can you guys hear me or not? Let me know. Oh. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I'm back. Well, note to self, I can't go underground. I kind of forgot that I was connected to the internet after all. But anyway, what I wanted to show you is, for people who want to go see it themselves, check this out. There is a parking garage entrance. See this staircase where there's the Indigo parking garage? See that? If you descend down those stairs, you're going to see in the wall a little piece of the Roman Forum, a foundation block of Roman Paris 2,000 years ago. So, we're going to wrap up soon. I'm going to show you a couple more things. We're headed towards the Luxembourg Gardens. And I'm so glad you guys, oh my God, we're up to 91. Can we get to 100? Is that possible? Jeez. I'm just surprised I haven't fallen over with this thing yet or gotten hit by a car. We're walking by here. Let me show you guys. A place in Luxembourg. This was actually a Nazi hangout. Check this out. We got a brasserie here, cafe. That's where the Nazis hung out in the 1940s. But what I want to do is show you guys some damage from World War II. Still in this area. Oops, sorry. I'm still figuring out these controls, guys. Let's see, what are people saying? Thank you for this. Awesome. Very cool. Awesome, guys. Here we go. Put it back. Neat. Let's pop into the Luxembourg Gardens. Why not? Why not? You guys deserve it, right? I want to show you a couple more things and then we'll finish up. Sandra says, love this. Diane says, you have a mob following your tour. Is that true? Oh, maybe online. Jaywalking again. Screw this. Ugh. Okay, here we go. Up. This, guys. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Hello, sir. Bonjour. Au revoir. Bonne journée. Here we go. Luxembourg Gardens. Joggers. Jogging, jogging, jogging. That's the most jogging I've ever done in my life. And we're going to branch off here and show you guys a beautiful fountain. I know some of you guys know this fountain. You'll probably be happy to see it. The whole idea of this series is that if you can't come to Paris, I'm going to bring Paris to you. That's the idea. One of my favorite places in Paris for Sue. Awesome. Chestnuts, how cool. Natalie's here. I've got relatives in the house. Now, what I have, guys, is sort of this extension stick. So I can do things like this. Hold on. I can put you guys out over the fountain. And there you are, hovering over the Medici fountain, which is one of my favorite spots. Look at all those hearts. People are digging this. This was a preferred hangout of Ernest Hemingway. He used to come here all the time, looking for inspiration and pushing his son around in the stroller. Oh, some duckies. I mean, this fountain is just extraordinary. Look at this. I gotta show you guys again. It doesn't get any better than this, really, folks. Real quick, the story about the de Medici. She was a queen in the 17th century, not very beloved. And her husband, Henry IV, her name's Mary de Medici, her husband redirected aqueducts so that the Parisians could have drinking water. And he died, he got assassinated. And Mary de Medici, the queen, decided to redirect the freshwater aqueducts and actually divert them to her own fountains. So she wasn't a very well-liked queen. It's getting very windy here, so we're going to finish up soon. Just another proper view of this fountain. Let's get a little bit artsy. A little bit artsy here. I mean, if that isn't good for some Paris meditation, I don't know what is. Sorry if the wind's blowing into my mic. Yes, my wife Charlotte is saying, tell us about the fake perspective. So I don't know if you guys can make this out here, but when the sculptor created this fountain, the designer, he actually built the sides to artificially raise as they recede from us. So if you look at it, I don't know if you guys can perceive that on the video, but it looks like the water itself of the basin is actually sort of leaning down away from us, like kind of descending down a slope. And of course, water can't do that. It has to be completely flat. But there's an optical illusion there because the sides with the vases and whatnot were artificially raised as they recede into the distance. So let me show you guys one last thing. And I know you want to see the Luxembourg Gardens, and maybe we'll do a full walk through here sometime. You guys see the Montparnasse Tower, the only skyscraper ever built in Paris? Once they built that in 1973, so much public outrage, they decided no more skyscrapers. There's actually a joke in Paris that I tell on my tours that some people say in the city we have two towers, the Eiffel Tower and the Awful Tower. The Eiffel and the Awful. And boy, a lot of people are looking at me here. Maybe I'm talking loud, I don't know. When I get excited, I talk loud and fast. And switching one more time, I'm going to show you guys one more thing. I really have no idea how long this has been going. Yes, we hit 100 live viewers. You guys are awesome. Mwah. I'll give you lots of bisous, a lot of French kisses, because that's pretty rad to have over 100 people. And again, I know you guys have comments and stuff, and I'm going to go back and look at them after. I'm trying to adjust my rig here. There we go. I'm going to show you guys one last thing. So it's rainy, it's windy. I'm trying to work out this whole Facebook Live thing and I work out my equipment, but damn it, it's a good time to be in Paris. It always is. What are people saying here? Can you tell us about the fake? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, guys, want to see one more thing? 104 people joining. I think that's the record. I got to tell you guys that when I did my test run last night of Facebook Live, I forgot to save it and post it to my page after, and it got deleted forever. So I'm going to try not to do that this time around. That'd be a shame if all of this got deleted. But for those who can't stick around, or if you didn't make it, obviously you're going to be able to see the replay on Facebook. Now, take a look at this. This is the Luxembourg Palace, and that's where that Queen Mary de Medici resided in the 1600s. Well, when those Nazis rolled in 1940, 300,000 of them, they took over this building as the Luftwaffe, or the headquarters of their air force, okay? So in 1944, the Allies roll in from Normandy, and they start fighting the Nazis in this building to push them out. So a lot of people don't notice, but if you trot across the street, this is the back of the Odeon Theater. Let me show you something that's really remarkable. Do you see that? That is some actual artillery fire on the back of the Odeon Theater that reminds us of the battle between the Allies and the Nazis to liberate Paris in August of 1944. So it says, liberation of Paris, August 1944, artillery damage, and that's some pretty serious stuff. So, we're going to wrap up. I don't know how long this has gone. Whoops, sorry. We are going to wrap up, guys. I want to thank you so much for joining me on episode 1 of this Facebook Live walking tour series. I don't know what we're going to call it. I think I'm supposed to end these videos with a call to action, they say. You know, mention something that you want your followers to do or to go, a place to go. My name's Corey Fry, if you don't know, a French fry in Paris. Now that's spelled F-R-Y-E, that's my name, a French fry in Paris. You can find my blog where I post a lot of photos and sort of tips and things that I eat and places that I recommend to you. You can also find me on Instagram. I love Instagram. I put a lot of photos up there. French fry in Paris, search for it, you'll find me. And tours. I give tours, of course. That's what I do. That's why I'm here. And so you can go on my blog, A French Fry in Paris, and you can click at the top, take a tour of Paris with me, and you can fill out the little form, and it will go straight to me, and we can start talking about what you're interested in, prices, things. I do mostly walking tours of neighborhoods, just like what you saw here. I think that's about it. Now, if you want, we can... hello. People are... do you want to be on the video? It's live. Hello. Facebook Live. Hello. Where are you from?
Greetings from Paris.
Ah, greetings from Paris. Bye-bye. Au revoir. 109 people. I think that's going to be our record today, guys. So let me give you a view of... Oh, sorry, you're seeing my thumb, but I'm actually trying to scroll up the comments. We're going to wrap things up, guys. I want to show you the Odeon Theater. And again, A French Fry in Paris. You can find me all over. I want you guys to also listen to an amazing podcast that I'm part of called The Earful Tower. I'll throw up a link on Facebook. The Earful Tower by the great Oliver G. He's amazing. He's a good buddy of mine. And we are going to wrap things up. I think what we're going to do is if you guys want to chat a little bit or if you have questions, we are going... Nicole says, no, don't worry. There's going to be another episode, I think. If 114 people have showed up, Jesus, the number's going up. Should I even stop this video? I mean, it's just doing nothing but going up. Okay, it went down 2 people. Up, back up. Anyway, I think that's about it. And we're going to continue this in the comments. I think this is going to get posted pretty much immediately. And in the comment section, we can chat and I can go back through and hopefully answer any questions that you guys have. So I want to thank you so much. We're going to do this again very soon. I think it was a success. You guys can let me know. And again, French Fry in Paris, Corey Fry. Follow me online. Let's be friends. Bye, guys. Take it easy.